everyone, it's Rosa here. Today I bring you a healthy nutritional tip concerning this well-known stimulant, which is coffee. Okay, so many of us, me included, enjoy our cup of coffee daily. Well, personally, I don't do very well with coffee. It's just my metabolism. You know, I have naturally fast metabolism, so I don't do very well with stimulants and in general. So the tip today for you guys is concerning that exactly. If you are in the same situation, or for any kind of reason you're trying to decrease your consumption of coffee or stimulants in general, but you know that one thing you can do is, for instance, switch some coffee for green tea. For instance, green tea has a very low amount of caffeine compared to coffee, but still has some, so it can work the same way if one's trying to have a little bit of stimulant, pick up a little bit of a pickup, or even for digestive issues, because sometimes I use coffee to aid my digestion somehow, depending on many factors of what I'm eating, or for some reason. I'm not going to approach that here now, but still, if you're trying to drink less coffee in general for whatever reason, and you hear all the time all the benefits of coffee, but everything in excess, and especially a drink, an appetizer, a food that is already high concentrated in a nutrient. In this case, it's not even a nutrient, but it's just a stimulant. It's just this drug, really, that has a big effect, considerable effect on our nervous system. So many people like myself, like I'm saying, don't do very well with coffee, or even though we hear that there are many different versions, but that up to 4 coffees, it's just so great for overall health in many aspects. But for me, that I would be dead by now with that amount of coffee. So what I usually do is that I have this drink, which is like 60% of chicory and 40% of coffee, and in 2 grams or 5 millimeters, so like a teaspoon. So what I do is that I have a teaspoon, and maybe a couple of hours later, if I feel like for some reason, I might have another cup, a teaspoon of that drink. So in that way, I'm not having like a full cup of coffee at once. But still, that sometimes triggers a little bit of jiggling, especially if I had like a workout day and I'm more active, and so it's a lot of stress, accumulated stress from all that, because all of that is stimulants, moving, physical activity. So my tip is, besides one having these drinks that have less coffee to them, what one can do, and especially if one still feels that a need of the taste, because for me, for instance, I do love coffee. I do like at the beginning I didn't. I just found it too bitter, but you really shouldn't have sugar within your coffee. So this tip also helps with the lack of sugar. So the tip is, you put a teaspoon, it's a teaspoon only, okay, not more than that, of butter, either butter or coconut oil, something like that, okay? Preferably, in the case of butter, grass-fed one, preferably. And that, or even cream, heavy cream, regular heavy cream. You put that on your hot coffee, and it will melt, and your coffee will be very creamy. In case, my main experience is with butter, and in case of the butter, it gets, this even a little bit of sweetness, because of course butter is from cream, it's from milk, and of course it has a little bit of natural sugars to it. So that's how I drink my coffee. And what does that do actually? the butter is a low release kind of energy. You know, fats, dietary fats are energy for our bodies, but it's the kind of energy that lasts longer. And because it is a little bit slow on digestion, it will actually help for one not to absorb the caffeine as fast. You know, you won't feel that jiggle feeling, you know. So you'll have actually a long steady release of caffeine in your system, so you'll feel like alert for longer in a better way. Okay, either with a history of high pressure within your family, any kind of cardiac disease, you know, or yourself already had any kind of problem, cardiac related, you know, or if you're overall are trying to decrease fats in your diet for some reason, for weight reasons, by all means don't do this. Of course, I'm not advocating fat, that's why I only mentioned a little bit of fat. And but on the other hand, if you don't have these problems, even if you're trying to lose weight, actually when one's trying to lose fat, one has to decrease one kind of energy. So one has to decrease the sugars, the carbohydrates, and up the fat, dietary healthy fat intake, because that's what will help you with steady energy on your body, because you still need energy if you're like ditching calories and sugar, carbohydrates, you still need the energy. So a little bit of even saturated fat, like these fats, coconut oil and butter, even these kind of fats are good. Saturated fats are, as long as they're natural fats, you know, on the natural state, they are good fats for our body. Our bodies metabolize saturated fats. Just that Bulletproof Coffee has a different ratio of fats and of fats. More fat is used for making a bulletproof coffee, and I'm not advocating that, because that's a different approach to diet and to coffee. So this is just a more light approach to the same bulletproof coffee thing. So I hope you guys enjoy this tip, and this is a way for you to drink less coffee, okay, because the fat also is energy. So because, you know, coffee doesn't give you energy. What coffee really does is that it speeds up your metabolism, so you end up feeling your nervous system, you know, everything is like speeded up. That's why you feel alert. But coffee doesn't really give you energy. What gives you energy is food. So by adding the fat to your coffee, you'll have a more steady, sustained source of energy. So in a way, you decrease your coffee and consumption, and for me it's really good tasting. It might sound strange to you if you haven't tried this, but just give it a try and tell me what you thought of it. Okay, so that's a tip. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching. See you next time. Bye.